Hey, good afternoon, peace and blessings. Today I just want to talk about, what I usually talk about, which is spiritual warfare and the correlation between narcissism and being an agent of Satan, demonic vessel, empty vessel, a demonic puppet. Today I just want to talk about confusion, which has been on my mind heavy. This topic, it's been convicting me to speak about it in a video, especially in 2024, where we bring the new world in. The new year in. The devil's tactics are based off confusion. The confusion of you knowing your purpose, and you knowing your dominion over demons. The confusion of you being in this matrix. Me personally, in 2020, pre-COVID, the devil tried to align me with, two demonic agents, female-wise, to pair me with them. One didn't work. One failed instantly. The next one was more of a Jezebel spirited woman, a woman who believed she was a virgin, believed a covert narcissist. The devil will send it in the enemies, the agents the devil sends you is based off of how strong you are spiritually in the spiritual realm, who you are in the spiritual realm. If he sends you Jezebel spirited women, if you are male or female, you are very powerful in the spirit realm. You're very powerful. Your purpose is very high from God. You have to understand that. But the devil sent me, a Jezebel spirited woman, because the devil watches you. He understands that, what you think, what he thinks you want. And he understood that, the women in my community, I was not interested in them and how to carry their vessels, even, pre me having knowledge to being chosen. I was always born like that. I never really cared for, graveyard vessels of women. It is not something I find attractive. He realized this. He sent me Jezebel, the spirit woman, a demonic agent, to portray, the Virgin Mary, so to speak, in my life. To then send you through a wave of confusion, by showing their horns. He sends you a person who is in their period of change, so they can easily portray the role and fit in the role, what they think, what the devil thinks, the demons think that you need, to snag you in, to reel you in. I easily deciphered it. I easily understood that everything was fake. This whole woman's life was fake. Everything she said to me about her life was fake. At least 85%. I just deciphered the code. The devil's been upset with me ever since, because what the devil wishes for your life is not what God. He wishes the opposite. He's going to send you the opposite things that God wishes for your life. Everything that God wishes for your life, the devil seeks to push oppositely. He seeks to pervert God's ways, God's wishes for your life, and through confusion. These people, these out here, these Freemasons, these demonic agents, whoever it may be, these people out here want you under confusion. They want you in confusion of your purpose and confusion of your journey. They want you in daily confusion. They'll do any tactic they think will work, which is gang stalking, which is noise distractions. They'll send police. Right now I'm currently, living in a homeless shelter. Well, I was living in a homeless shelter. I was kicked out because I'm chosen, because I choose to speak up for myself. The devil is mad at that I have not fallen under the spirit of confusion, because that is of the devil. I'm just chosen. It is not possible. These demonic agents, they daily slander me, because I have done the impossible. I've beat the devil at his own game. Daily I juice the matrix, so to speak. I juice the matrix for whatever it may give me until it's time for me to receive my blessings. I'm in my wilderness stage. I understand that these things are meant to be, that I was supposed to go through certain things. You have to go through things with Yahweh to get what you deserve, to be on your purpose. Nothing with Yahweh is free. Everything comes through sacrifice, through bearing your cross, through experiencing things, excuse me. My family, pre-COVID, these people never really went against me. They started going against me in a row, like dominoes. Every single person I know. Like I wouldn't notice, like I would be under the spirit of confusion. But what the devil doesn't understand is who God made you to be. God made me to be, reminiscent of a genius level, intellect, socially, psychologically, spiritually. And so everything the devil sends me, I just decipher. I have to give the discernment naturally. I'm a Sigma male. Majority of people that the devil has, and he has the majority of this world under his control, under his strongholds, or, demonic puppetry, are morons. They're foolish. They're reprobate-minded, they're carnal-minded. It's easy to beat them. It's easy to rig the system if you are chosen, if you are a lover of this narrow path to heaven. If you are the light of this world, it's easy to rig the matrix. You have to rig the matrix to your benefit, to God's benefit. It will not be easy at first, but once you get to your wilderness mode, period, stage, whatever you want to label it as, it gets easy. It gets pretty easy. I was activated simply because the devil, most likely, thought I was going to be blue pill my whole life. Majority of my life, maybe, like these demonic agents, fall under. Because the devil sends you shame tactics, confusion, everything to confuse you, to have you wrapped in, the confusion of what's going on demonically, your demonic attacks. He wants you to focus on demonic attacks that he's sending you, and not like who you are and what you need to do for God. And it just never worked. It just never will work, because God will not allow it. Even to this day, demonic agents, they bother me. They bother me every day. They follow me. They bother me. They gang stalk me. They do noise distractions, as you hear in some of my videos, every day. Because I'm on the cusp of my blessings. Something that the devil never realized that I would do. The devil thought he would send me this fake Virgin Mary, Baphomet loving, graveyard of a vessel, Jezebel spirited woman, and I'm just supposed to marry her, and damn my soul, through her. But that is not what God wished for me. It wasn't meant to be. God removes you from people who you cannot be with in the next level of your life, in the next stage of your life, when you spiritually level up. And God understood he needed to put me around a few people that I knew, a few people that I didn't, for me to experience a few things to spiritually level up. I'm pretty sure he has done the same for every chosen one and lovers of God as well. But the devil sends you spirits of confusion. He sends you attacks of confusion, attacks of confusion. He wants you to be confused in who you are and your purpose and how much power you have in this world. These demonic agents, these narcissistic people, they look at you like an NPC, like if this was GTA, not realizing that they are the NPCs. They're controlled by demons or a legion of them. They're puppets. Some of them realize it. Some of them really are so delusional that they don't realize it. But some of them realize it and understand truly what they are: a demonic agent, a demonic puppet. Some are very young and do not understand this concept. But the majority who are older, the older generation, understand what they are, what they have become since 2020, or maybe before. They're demonic agents. They want you to be just like them. They hate to see anyone else but them go to heaven, even if they don't seek to go to heaven. So they will send you demonic attacks of confusion. And in 2024, especially, you have to hold your power. You have to take your power back from the devil. It's just time. It's just time to break them soul ties. It's time to break them demonic connections. It is time to become a better spiritual warrior for Yahweh. It's time to bear your cross more. It's time to stand in your authority with Yahweh and God. It's time to try your best daily to bear your cross as much as you can. And God does not seek you to be perfect. He will not do everything perfect. You will still sin. You will still be in ways of fleshly, reminiscent of a fleshly person. But you will change. Over time, you will change. It takes time. Everything that we do is for Yahweh. If you are chosen, if you're a lover of God, everything these demonic agents do is for themselves. They do not do nothing that is pleasing to the devil, just for themselves. They're very selfish. They're very selfish creatures. So that is the way to rig the matrix. You have to play on people's selfishness, people's egos. People live in the ego. People's ego has them viewing themselves higher than Lucifer himself, and they are level 0 spiritually with Lucifer. They just, their egos are so inflated, they have no concept of this, no comprehension of this. That they're literally level 0 demonically since 2020. And they view themselves higherly spiritually than Lucifer himself. You have to rig the matrix. You have to use those type of people to get you to where you need to be. You have to take the power back from the devil. You have to use the devil tactics against him. The devil sends you people to use you, to manipulate you, to confuse you. You have to push that onto the devil, onto these demonic agents. You have to use them. And I don't mean use them in a demonic way. I mean use them to the benefit of God. Use every demonic facet and avenue and situation that you can to push yourself for God. You have to rig the matrix. You have to juice the matrix. Especially in 2024. This is a new year. This is a new season. Spring is coming soon. That is a new season. Make sure it is a season of continuous blessings. Make sure you are slaying demons. Make sure you're leaving demons behind. Make sure you're leaving demonic soul ties behind. Make sure you are truly, truly bearing your cross daily as best as you can. And you will not be perfect. But God only requires you to have faith as big as a mustard seed. That is it. That is simple. God does not require you to be Jesus Christ. He does not require you to be Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Joe. He requires you to have faith as big as a mustard seed. He wants you to be the best version of you. You see, these Pharisees, these paganistic Christians, as I call them, think you need to be Jesus Christ himself. On a Sunday and be the devil the rest of the week. But God only wants you to be the best you can be. He only wants you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Not the best version of Jesus, not the best version of Mo. He needs you to be the most cross-bearingest version of yourself. That is all he requires. That is all it takes to get to your blessings. And take time. Things take time to manifest from the spiritual to the physical. So you will have to go through many things, but God will carry you. Do not listen to anything a demonic agent tells you. It is all confusion. It is all confusion based. It is all to keep you in a mental state of confusion. To not understand your purpose, your power, and your future. Do not worry about the future. God already knows who you are and your walk and what you will do the day you were born, before you were born. He can count the hairs on your head. I'm pretty sure he understands what will happen in your life and what will not. Lean on God's understanding and not your own, which means leave the future to God. Do not let any demonic agent tell you and shape and warp your mind to their false realities. They live in a false reality. That is how they are able to function. These Baphomet men, they live in a false reality that they are still somehow straight, that they are still somehow an upstanding, heterosexual male, when, every other weekend you're most likely doing Baphomet homosexual things. These women, they lie with these men. They breed these men. These abominations. They live in a false reality. And you are the thing, you are the person, you are the spiritual figure that burst the bubble of the matrix. And they hate that. But you have to stand on it. You have to stand in your authority. You have to cut every demonic tie in 2024 that you ever had. And if you already have in 2023, keep them away. Keep them cut. Do not allow anyone to be in your space, in your area, in your life that is demonic. Allow them, leave demons in whatever reality they choose to stay in, and leave them there. That's what I have done. Leave demons in whatever reality they choose to wish to believe in, and leave them there, and allow God to shape your reality through him, and lean on his understanding, not your own. That is the only way to receive blessings. That is the only way to continuously be blessed through Yahweh, to live a blessed life. These are the end times. This is the fallen world. The majority of the world is a demonic agent or under demonic strongholds. You piss people off just by existing. You piss people off by walking into a building. You piss people off how you carry yourself. You piss people off by the things you say, by the things that you do. You cannot change that. But you can change the people that you surround yourself with. You can change your perception of people based on their demonic actions. You have to understand, people are very demonic nowadays. They're demonic agents. Narcissism is being pushed into this world because it gains you demons. It makes your vessel empty so demons can use you and control you and manipulate you. That's why narcissism is being is being pushed through Freemasons. Excuse me. Because they understand by being a narcissist, by having narcissistic tendencies, by becoming a narcissist, by breeding more narcissists, this world will be full of demons. That is what they want. That is the agenda. This new world order agenda. They want this world to be demon world. But God will not allow that. And they understand this. They truly understand this. But the false reality that they live in cannot crumble, cannot be deceased in their mind, cannot be destroyed in their mind, or they will not be able to function. They will not be able to live with themselves. They will not be able to get out the bed if they do not create a false reality for themselves. So you have to leave demons in whatever false reality that they live in and let them stay there. And continuously push forward and bear your cross for Yahweh. That is the only way to truly be blessed. Especially in 2024. It is very vital, it's very pivotal. You have to boost your prayer regimen. You have to become a prayer warrior. And I don't mean nag God. And I don't want to say the word nagging to be rude, but you should not nag our Father, our spiritual Father. You should not nag him. He understands what you're going to pray for before you ask him. Try to use certain things that you want in your life as a daily prayer, but in a non-nagging way. Incorporate things that you want for your life into a prayer, into one prayer, in a non-nagging way. But you have to boost your prayer. You have to boost your prayer regimen. You have to bolster your prayer regimen. You have to pray when you wake up, before you eat, before you go to sleep. You should pray at least 3 times a day. You should pray at least 3 times a day. That is one of your biggest tactics against the devil. It is your personal conversations with God. It is you talking to God. It is you exalting God. It is you serving God, our spiritual Father. And excuse noise distractions. I'm sorry. I mean, this is a snow day. It's a snowstorm. You know, did you hear a fire truck? You know, there's no fire. I mean, I don't think, something can be lit on fire in a snowstorm. I think that's, physically impossible. But, that's what you go through when you're chosen, when you live this world. People bother you. People do, noise distractions. They'll do anything. When you emit a high vibrational frequency into this world by preaching the gospel, by talking, certain spiritual things into this world, into this matrix, in this matrix, it sends off a high vibrational frequency. And it stirs up demons and it bothers the matrix. You will get noise distractions. It is what it is. As you hear, I'm obviously not making anything up. This is literally, I'm in Connecticut, which is one of the coldest states in the United States. This snowstorm is literally a snowstorm. It was projected to be maybe 6 to 12 inches of snow. I'm outside. There's no fires, but you hear a fire truck. It's because I'm. They call it demons. In Matrix talk. Subliminal matrix. Demonic agent talk. They call it the sun coming out. When you preach the gospel, when you emit high vibrational frequencies into this matrix, they call it the sun coming out. I make the sun come out. By preaching the gospel, by doing what I do, by being TD Bakes. But the sun will always come out. Thanks to the grace of God. But you just have to understand, in 2024, it is vital to not be confused. Lean on God's understanding, you will never be confused. Lean on God's understanding so much that the devil cannot confuse you through any way, any facet, any tactic, any slander, any witchcraft, anything. Like myself, like others before me who paved the way for me to do what I'm doing. The spirit of confusion is of the devil. The spirit of fear is of the devil. Do not allow those tactics, those spirits to corrupt your vessel, to plague your vessel. Allow God to change you. Allow him to change you, to warp you, to make you a statue of light. to mold you like a lump of clay into a masterpiece through him. Allow God to mold you. The devil seeks you to be confused, to live a horrible life, to be tied to, a demonic spouse, whether it's male or female, an empty vessel. He seeks to have you around people who are empty vessels daily, continuously. He seeks you to live an NPC life, a narcissistic life, a demonic agent life. That is all he wishes for you. So he will try to send you confusion, spiritual warfare tactics. You just have to be spiritually aware. You have to be spiritually awake. You have to understand these things and laugh at them like I do every day. You have to laugh at the devil. Take your power back from the devil in 2024. It is time. The spiritual shift is happening. A lot more people are preaching the gospel. A lot more people are being activated for the kingdom of light. A lot more people are fighting for their spot in heaven, or fighting for a higher spot in heaven, whichever it may be, are fighting to bring others with them to heaven. This is a warfare. This is the business of souls. You have to get your business with Yahweh right and correct, especially in 2024, and keep it correct. It will not be perfect. It will not look perfect. It will not be reminiscent of who Jesus was in totality. But you can be Jesus-like. You can be somehow like Jesus. We will always be fleshy. We will always be sinful. But you have to fight against it. That's what differentiates us from an agent of darkness, of the kingdom of darkness, or the kingdom of light. Someone who chooses to fight their sin daily and battle with their sin, or someone who gives into their sin and makes it a repetitious habit. That is the difference between us. And do not allow the devil to confuse you in 2024. It is time for you to stand in your power. To stand on your own 10 toes with Yahweh and take your authority back from the devil. It is time. The devil had 3 years to make this demon world, and now it is time for God to counteract it, to balance this world out again. So take your power back, and peace and blessings. And like I always say in the end of my videos, bolster your prayer regimen, cloak yourself with the armor of God, and pray for the gift of discernment.